Good morning to you all. Hello, I am Recie Myers coming to you live. I am still here in the Gaithersburg area. Every morning I come and share just a nugget or just something of value that can help you not only in your personal life but also in your business. And so this week I've been focusing on finding out what is it that brings success at the higher levels. And so let me just say, I'm speaking to spiritual entrepreneurs, people who know that they are destined for a specific purpose. And my feeling is that God has placed within each one of us something special. But we are to take that specialness and develop it, cultivate it. So I was interested and very fascinated with Dr. Robert F. Smith. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the heart and love. So do me a favor, share this out if anything I share with you resonates or strikes you in any kind of way. Someone else can get the same benefit. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sensei Sabira. Good morning. So Robert Smith, for those of you who didn't know, if you hadn't caught Monday and Tuesdays live, he is the billionaire who spoke at the Morehouse graduating class of 2019. He shared something that was incredible. He made an announcement that he is going to pay off the debts, the student loans for the entire graduating class, and that's 398 students. So I found that to be a very great gesture. And I'm on this journey discovering greatness in all of its forms, and to me that is also speaks volumes. So I wanted to know, well, what is it that he did to get him to where he was? First of all, he has intellectual property valued over $26 billion. That's a lot. So it's like, okay, what did you do? So in trying to find out about him, he gave these 10 rules for success. And the first one, if you didn't catch Monday's live, that was to develop your brain, develop your mind, I should say. Yesterday, number 2 was to trust your instinct, not instinct, your intuition. Animals have instinct. They just, that's been given to them. They can't help that. But intuition, we have a choice to listen to our intuition or, choose not to. But he says we need to learn to trust our intuition more. And so today, number 3, or rule number 3, he says, is to know your self-worth, know your value. So with that, just he doesn't go into detail, but I'm discovering it for me. And a lot of us we struggle with feelings of unworthiness. And I know I've had that too, especially when you've had something catastrophic happen in your life. You feel like, what's the use? It can do a great deal to suck or sap your energy to the point where you just want to give up and not do anything. But when I stop and think, God made each one of us. We're here. He doesn't make junk. God doesn't make junk. So we are not junk. He created us. He's given us special gifts and talents, and it's our job to discover those things. And when you're feeling low and like you're unworthy, yes, it can kill your energy to strive and thrive. But we have to stop and realize we're not on this journey by ourselves. And when I stop and think, God, his son, Jesus, I'm a Christian, we're spiritual entrepreneurs. So we know we didn't just materialize, I believe that he sent his son to die for us, and that just that fact gives us value. That means we are worth it. We are worth it in his eyes, in his sight. So There are a number of things that we need to consider as we recognize our worth and our value. And I jotted a few of them because, I don't want to forget anything. So the first thing is when you're by yourself, when no one is around, how do you feel when you're by yourself? Do you feel like you gotta have someone around you for you to function? Can you function independently? What are your feelings? Do you have negative feelings about yourself? If that's the case, then we need to start from there and start to realize that we are valuable because we belong to God. We are His children. All right. So, and then think about someone who you respect, someone who has accomplished something or something in their character that you admire. So then try to emulate or be a person that you will respect. Not someone, number one, who's, well, I'm not going to call out anyone, but you know what is acceptable behavior, what is respected behavior, and carry yourself in a way that you can respect yourself, not just for today, but then if down the road, 10 years from now, you still respect yourself. If you have children or grandchildren, will they be able to look up to you and still respect you? So you carry yourself in a way that you can be respected not only by yourself, but by your peers or by your family members. Yes, we don't necessarily have to say care what somebody says, but for you to realize your value and your worth, that's part of it. All right, and the next thing is, unless we truly love ourselves, our complete selves, sometimes some of us may have flaws, maybe in our looks. We can't help that. None of us made ourselves. Of course, technology doctors that can do reconstruction or nose jobs and those kinds of things, but we need to accept ourselves. Talking about that, a few years ago, I used to color my hair all the time. I used to color my hair. Oh, it's another gray hair. Oh, I'm seeing my roots. Oh. And, after a while, I said, why am I doing that? All those chemicals and the hair dyes and stuff. I said, and it has a way of seeping into your system. So why do that? I said, okay, you know what? It's time to embrace me, all of me. Of course, I wasn't there yet, but it was a journey. And so I stopped the coloring of my hair. So I'm loving me. I'm loving, I used to put perms in my hair because I guess society's the kind of like dictator. One time, oh, you gotta perm your hair, get it straight so it's be more acceptable. Who says? What's wrong with the way I wear my hair? I've been wanting to do it, but anyway, I've done it and I love it. I don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff. So learn to truly love yourself and accept yourself. And we have to stop participating in limiting beliefs, in doubts about ourselves. When we have a thought, that thought didn't just jump into our minds. It had to get there somewhere. And like I said, I'm a spiritual being. We all are spiritual beings. So the thoughts that come to us, that's that intuitiveness. I believe God put it there, and then yes, we can ignore it or we can act on it, and we need to learn to act on those thoughts. Now, another point is, if you truly value and know your self-worth, are you brave enough? Are you daring enough to reach for your dreams? Are you, because it does take courage to keep going after your dreams, working, plowing day after day. Sometimes you may not see the results right now, but every time you try, every time you move forward, you get that much closer to your goal. And I saw a post, I think it was this morning, one of my cousins, she posted it, and it said something to the effect like, we should not put our dreams on someone. We need to not goal. Do not make someone, a person, your goal. Make your goal a thing that you work towards. Because, if you make your goal your why a person, that person can fail you. What if something happens and then you all crumbled, and it's like you got to start all over. So I thought that was very powerful. I don't know if I shared it. Maybe I'll go back and look for it and share that. And then, so your self-worth has to be cultivated. And I say that because, again, when something catastrophic has happened in your life and it saps all that energy, that drive from you, it's hard to pick up and move on. But we are capable beings. And knowing that we're not on this journey by ourselves gives us the extra energy, the will to keep moving. And I had gotten to that point in my life where the rug was completely pulled out of me because I gave everything. I didn't even realize I had gone like 3 days without sleeping or eating, and I must have lost like 5 pounds in that 1 week. And when I did not accomplish the goal that I was trying so hard to get to, I crumbled. And I had to start off from ground zero. It's like an elevator. You're trying to go up, but if you're on below the ground, if you're on the basement level and the elevator's not working and there are no stairs available, that's where the creativity, and you go into yourself, and I believe God, He's there with us the whole time. So just know that we are valued by Him. We know who we belong to. And when we're at that point, He is going to give you what you need to make that next step, to climb that rung on the ladder. So anyway, that's what I have for you this morning. Oh, I wanted to recap on this. So I needed to also say that sometimes when you fail at something, and it's just stuck with you, and it just, every time you think on it, it just takes you like 3 rungs down. You have to forgive yourself, because I'm sure whatever happened may not have been intentional, but you have to forgive yourself so you can move on. That's so important. I still struggle with it. So forgive yourself. Practice self-confidence. Know that you can do what you set out to do. Know that you can do it. Be there for yourself, because sometimes you feel like, okay, in your lowest moments, maybe people who you needed, who you thought you could rely on, are not there. You can be there for you, and know that you're not there by yourself. So, be there for yourself, especially when the going gets rough, okay? And then again, bottom line is, it's going to take courage. And you have within you everything that you need to make a difference in your life and to make a difference in someone else's life. I'm here just talking and thinking and not really looking at the people who join me. I appreciate you joining me this morning. If anything I've said resonates, and I use that word resonates because if you're still looking, that means something I said does resonate with you. So go ahead and share it out. And there's nothing wrong with sharing something that can help someone else, because I know I'm not on this journey by myself. God, yes, He's with me, but there are others who are struggling with self-worthiness. Good morning, Simon. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Adeline. Is Adeline? I hope I said it right. Good morning, Charles. Thank you again for coming back. And I do appreciate the replay viewers, because you could be doing something else with your time. If you're catching this on the replay, tell me where you're tuning in from. And even those who are joining me right now, tell me where you're tuning in from. I'd like to know that my reach the intended audience. And if you're getting it, maybe it was for you, intended for you. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Ursula. Know your self-worth. Recognize your value that you bring. Yes, not only to the marketplace, but the value you bring to those in your circle, your family, your friends. Because if you were not here, it's like a missing piece in a puzzle. It's not complete, and so you do bring value. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining. And Dr. Ned, greetings to you. Glad that you can join me. Colleen, good morning, Colleen. And Freddie, good morning, Freddie. Let me go on. Sensei, tuning in from Baltimore. My Sensei Subira, thank you for joining. I do have something in the description, 2 links actually. One is to Spiritual Entrepreneur Goal Achievers. I have a group that I've created to help support those who know that they are destined for more, who want to be able to do more with their lives and impact more. So it's just a little support group that I've created. If you'd like to join, you're welcome. I've also created a Facebook challenge because, like I was saying, when your self-worth is been shattered and you feel like maybe, and you get so discouraged, I just have, for me, I knew there was, on my way back up, building my self-esteem and my confidence, I guess God was showing me that I needed to be speaking to others. And I wasn't sure how that was going to be, but I had no clue that doing a Facebook Live was going to be an obstacle for me. And I knew it was something I had to get over. So, yes, my first one, I was crying. I was like, I got to do this, but I don't want to do it. I have to do it. And, it was, you can go back and see some of my very, very beginning. I have a YouTube channel. Just Google my name, you'll find it. Anyway, but I have a small group. It's a private group. So if you'd like to be a part of that, I have a Facebook 5-day challenge. We do the lives within the group until you're confident enough to do it live. I mean, like real live, like I'm doing it live. So I have that to support anyone who'd like to learn how to do a Facebook Live and be more confident in themselves. So that's what I have this morning. I come back to you tomorrow, Thursday, and make today powerful. You have the power within you to make today awesome for yourself and for someone else. And let's see. I think, I missed some others that came on here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So have a powerful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8. Be blessed. Bye now.